physics problem. Forces. I like this one. I was going to assign it as an actual homework and not give you the answer, but I like it too much, so I'm going to do it. So imagine that Batman and Robin, you know Batman and Robin, right? Batman and Robin. Batman's holding a line and Robin needs to walk on it, and you can come up with a scenario for why that happens to be the case. So when Robin walks on this rope, the rope bends down a little bit. It has to, and we'll talk about why that has to be that case in just a second. So let's say that Robin has a mass of 65 kilograms and the rope deflects 5 degrees from the horizontal. And what we want to do is to calculate the tension in the rope, how hard Batman has to pull on the rope. That's what we're going to do. Oh. Okay, I tripped on something. So the first thing that we want to do is to draw a free body diagram. Now, in this case, it's a little difficult to draw that force from the tension. So I'm just gonna do it, okay? Because I can see you getting tricked up a little bit. So here's my force diagram. I'm gonna draw the force diagram for Robin. Robin is in equilibrium, so the net force has to be 0. Now after that, I think about what long-range forces do I have? What contact forces do I have? So the long-range force I have is the gravitational force straight down, and that's mg. Now, what is touching Robin? It's just the rope. But the rope actually touches in 2 directions, right? It pulls one side and the other side, and they're both at an angle. So let's just draw this as 2 tensions, like this. I'm going to draw an exaggerated case. T1, T2. So there's 2 tensions pulling on them, and those forces have to add up to 0. Now, I said that the tension in a rope has to be the same along the length of that rope. That's true. But I'm going to show you why that's true later. Okay. So I have those 2 forces. What's the next step? What's the next thing that we need to do? We want to choose an x and y axis. So in this case, it seems to make sense to call that the x-axis and that the y-axis. And if that's the case, this angle right here is 5 degrees, and that angle right there is 5 degrees, right? Because I gave that angle as 5 degrees. But these are what equal the opposite angle for parallel lines thing. You know that one, right? Geometry. Yeah, you do have to remember some of your geometry. Once I draw my x and y axis, I can go ahead and write down Newton's second law, which says that the net force in the x direction is equal to 0, and the net force in the y direction is equal to 0. So let's do the x direction first. So here I have, this does not exert any forces in the x direction, it's only in the y direction. But I have an x component for that one and an x component for that one. So this is the adjacent side, so I'm going to write this as T1 cosine theta. That's the tension in the x direction. Over here, I have the tension T2 in the negative x direction, so it's going to be minus T2 cosine theta. And those 2 have to add up to 0 because it's at rest. So if I just move that to the other side, I get T1 cosine theta equals T2 cosine theta. Oh, the cosine thetas cancel. T1 equals T2, which we said already. The magnitude of the tension in those 2 strings has to be the same. Now we can do the y direction. In the y direction, I have the y components right here. So I have T1 sine theta plus T2 sine theta. They're both in the same y direction, minus mg equals 0. So T1 and T2 are the same, so I'm just going to call them T. So I get 2T sine theta minus mg equals 0. I'm going to add mg to both sides. 2t sine theta is mg. Now I want to solve for the tension, so I'm going to divide by 2 sine theta, and I get t equals mg over 2 sine theta. So let's go ahead and calculate that. I'm going to put in my units, my values without units. So I have the mass 65, the gravitational field g is 9.8, and then 2 is 2, and then sine of 5 degrees. So let's go ahead and plug that into our calculator and see what we get. You can go ahead and do this as well and see if you get the same thing. Okay, so I have 65 9.8 times 2 divided by 5 sine divided by. And I get a value of 3,850 newtons. I rounded to 3 significant figures just to make things easy. That's a large force, okay? And we should comment here that Batman's just a human. He doesn't have any superpowers. So that may be beyond his ability to do that. So you'll notice two things here. One, we've shown that the tension has to be the same on both sides, but also what would happen if you want to make the no deflection? What happens as theta gets smaller? As theta gets smaller, the sine of theta gets smaller, so you're dividing by a smaller and smaller number and the tension gets larger. Okay, so you actually can't have it completely straight. There has to be a vertical component to keep the thing in equilibrium in the y direction. So you can't stand on a string and have it perfectly straight. Even if it bends a tiny, tiny little bit, it has to dip down a tiny little bit. Okay, that was another problem. Hope you enjoyed that. Talk to you later. Bye.